All right, welcome to Tier F. I just recorded an 11-minute long video that has several complications, just like my calculator just fell on the floor. And so hopefully this one will not be 11 minutes. It'll be like maybe like 9 or no more than 10. So let's get into the math. This is the hardest tier, and we're trying to get your life together because it's called Tier F, and we don't want you to get an F on your test. Ha 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 ha. Let's get started. All right, so this is variables on both sides. Fractions are all the numbers that we tell you that sometimes maybe you want to see them as decimals to help your life out, but everything your calculator can do everything, so it really doesn't matter. So hey, we're just gonna leave this 1/3 because anything that ends with a 3 makes life hard for us. Anything ends with a 6 makes life hard for us. So we just simply slide to the left. It's a number. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Bye bye. Bye bye. And we do 1/3 plus 1/6 in the calculator and see what comes up. 1/3 plus 1/6. It gives us 0.5. Well, you look at here, that's a half, y'all. So I'm gonna say 0.5 y, and then 8 minus 3 is just 5. Well, look at here, y'all. Look, how many halves fit into 5? How many halves fit into 5? And so we just do 5 divided by 0.5, and we get 10. And if this was 1/2 y is equal to 5, we will multiply both sides by 2 and still get y is equal to 10. Okay, so if you wanted to see it as a fraction, it's the same thing. All right, good. All right, so let's come over here. 1/2 x is lonely. There's nobody there. Watch this, because we care so much. Now 1/2, you have somebody, but you really don't, because 0 is a nobody, and therefore hashtag you don't want that person neither because they're 0. All right, so relationship goals. This is not a goal. Okay, so we slide to the left, slide to the right, and then we crisscross. This is some ugly handwriting, Mr. O'Neill. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So in your calculator, we just do 5/8 minus 1/2, and we get point, nice decimal. You see this is beautiful decimal, 0.125x. That is set equal to 0 plus 12, which is 12, and we're dividing both sides by 0.125. Divide by 0.125, and we get x is equal to 12 divided by 0.125 is equal to 96. Well, will you look at here? 2 down, 2 more to go in 3 minutes. All right, this video might be okay. All right. But these other ones are going to take a while for some of them. All right, so this is 1/3. These are all thirds, and that's an 8. So that's going to be a nice little decimal for us. This is not, because it's 0.3 repeating. So all we're just going to do, we're just going to say 1/3 times 6. So 1/3 times 6. 1/3 of 6 is 2. 1/3 of 15 is 5. I felt we're very weird putting that into my calculator, knowing that I know what 1/3 of 6 is. I tell you, technology, it will spoil your life. All right, 3/8. I know what it is, but you know, I'm just gonna do what y'all would do. Guess I'm modeling for you all. 3/8 of 40 is 15. An eighth of 40 is 5, and then 5 times 3 is 15. That's how we get to 15. An eighth of 8 is 1, and then 1 times 3, because there's 3 of those, gives us 3. So that's what we have. Oh, I see where these marks are coming from. I'm pressing down on the screen and they're marking as I go, which sucks. All right, slide to the left, to the left, to the left, slide to the right, to the right, to the right, crease to the cross. This is not 10. If you think this is 10, I can't say what I wanted to say. All right. They're watching you, James. They're trying to take your job. All right. -3 minus 2 is -5. All right. And so this is not 1. Getting on my nerves. And so we divide by negative 20, divide by negative 20. Y'all, 20 doesn't go into 5 4 times. No, it's impossible. It does not fit in there evenly. Not in the math that we know. So we're not going to say this is 4. This is not 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 4. It's 5 over 20, which gives us 1/4. Gosh. I know you're watching this and you're just like, but I wouldn't do that, Mr. O'Neil. I'm so glad you wouldn't. Other people would. Now, y'all come over here and look at this problem. When you look at here, we got some work to do because this one is a little doozy now. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot we got to do with this problem. So there's really nothing we can do to make this easier, but just to distribute. And because we got this nasty little 1/3 here, it's going to mess up our little stuff, turning everything to a decimal. So everything has to remain a fraction. So let's watch. 3/2 times x gives me 3/2 x. 3/2, a half of 4 is 2. And you have 3 of those, and that gives us 6. 5 minus 1/3 of 4 is just 4/3. So can't do nothing about that, buddy. And then 1/3 of 1, this is a 1, this is a 1, this is a 1, this is a 1, and a negative 1/3 times a negative 1 gives us a positive 1/3 x. Now, y'all, we know we can't turn these into decimals. That's going to be nice for us. This is 1 and 1/3, 1.3 repeating. This is 0.3 repeating, and this is just 1.5. But, that's only the thing that looks nice. So we're just going to have to just keep going. 3/2 x plus 6 is equal to, and then we got to do 5 minus 4/3. So in your calculator, 5 minus 4 over 3. Now I use parentheses just to, keep my fractions together. And this is 3.6 repeating. Now we're not about to write that. That's 3 2/3. Okay, so your calculator will automatically turn 3 2/3, 3 2/3 into what? All right, well, let's see, because you should know. 11/3. 11/3 plus 1/3 x. Y'all, they're still doing fireworks. Lord, I don't use the word hate, but during the first of the year, the word hate wants to sneak up in my spirit. I don't like these people. They get on my nerves. But at least it's only 6:08 and not 2 o'clock in the morning. So we slide to the left. It's so aggravating. And then we slide to the right. That's bothering me, but because my software is so slow, because I got so much running on the background, don't ask me why. I'm not going to delete that, but understand that's not supposed to be there. And then we crisscross. Well, we're going to use this like, ooh, crisscross. Crisscross like that. All right, and then we crisscross. And so we're saying 3/2 x minus 1/3. Don't look at this problem. I don't know what that is. Then put in your calculator. Your calculator know, and it says 1.1666, and we know that's with a 6 at the end. So we're going to hit math and turn that to 76x is equal to, now 11/3 minus 6 gives us negative 2.3, which is negative 2 1/3, math, which is negative 7/3. Now, how do we do this, y'all? Well, we can say this is 76 times x. We can say this divided by that. I didn't teach my kids that, so we're just going to do the long way. So we're going to multiply both sides by 6 to get that 6 off the bottom. 7x is equal to, now, if this is already in your calculator, negative 7/3, all we got to do is press times 6. And we get negative 14. Divide both sides by 7. And then we get x is equal to negative 2. And to all my people that want to do this real quick, if I have 76 x is equal to a negative 7/3. Technically, I'm saying that this times x, so the opposite of multiplication is division. So technically, I can divide both sides by 76, divide both sides by 76, and this is where using parentheses must happen. You know why? Because if you do 7 divided by 3 divided by 7 divided by 6, it's going to do order operations, which is basically going to do 7 divided by 3 and divide 3 by 7 and divide 7. This is just going to do it wrong. So you have to use your parentheses. That's why I get my kids used to using parentheses. Negative 7. I'm sorry, I'm making this video longer than it needs to be. If you want to turn it off by now, I'm sorry. Close your parentheses. Divided by 7, 6, and it gives you -2. But if you do all of this, -7 divided by 3 divided by 7 divided by 6 is going to give you -0.05 repeating, and that turns into, as a fraction, -1/18. And you're wrong. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. All right, I'm gone. Oh, and that's a new rhyme. Okay, come on, so I can sign off. These people don't want this video to be that long. All right, it clicked. This is Mr. O'Neil. I'm done. I'm done. I'm really done. Dun 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 dun.